Humans build their identities as rigid towers. We stack careers, reputations, and beliefs into a single monument designed to withstand the world's chaos. Absolute seriousness makes these structures brittle. When an identity is treated as an unbending truth, any shift in the environment creates a pressure that the structure was never designed to absorb. The world eventually provides that pressure. An unexpected failure or a sudden humiliation strikes the monument center, and the entire ego fractures into dust. Staring at this rubble with unbending solemnity grants the event total psychological power. It anchors the mind in a perpetual victim mindset, where the pain becomes the only remaining truth. Most people view these ruins and seek a moral cause. They lean into false empathy, a state of staring at their own misfortune and asking if the universe is deliberately punishing them. This assumes karma is a cosmic judge. It relies on the myth of a moral ledger, where failures are sentences handed down for past mistakes. Karma operates as neutral physics. It is a sequence of momentum, where every action sends a ripple through the field. These ripples return to the center, simply because reality is reflexive, not because it is passing judgment. A joke follows the same mathematical architecture: a setup of expectations, a buildup of tension, and a sudden collapse of meaning. In this framework, a life in ruins provides the high-velocity tension necessary to deliver a massive cosmic punchline. The laughing flame philosophy suggests the universe ignores human morality and responds strictly to emotional resonance. Ego destruction releases the energy that was once trapped in maintaining a self-image. As the psychic scaffolding snaps, the structured grid of the self becomes a cloud of free-floating potential. This release creates an energetic vacuum. It is a meaningless void that forces the individual to provide a new form of consciousness to fill the gap. Humiliation functions as precision surgery of the spirit. It targets and incinerates rigid expectations to reveal the indestructible awareness underneath. This mechanical collapse mirrors the tension phase of a joke. Your perception of reality is being stretched to its absolute limit, preparing the mind for a sudden, radical shift in perspective. The standard human reaction is to fight this tension with more solemnity. We try to force the shattered pieces of our lives back into their old shapes, which only increases the internal pressure. The adept recognizes that the freefall of failure cannot be resolved by waiting. The tension will not dissipate on its own. Rigidity guarantees a psychological break. Approaching chaos with a brittle, serious mind ensures that the impact of failure will be destructive rather than transformative. Absurdity acts as a physiological antidote. By forcing the brain to process two incompatible truths at once, laughter breaks the fight or flight response and dissolves the nervous system's grip on the trauma. If you do not actively break the tension, the weight of the event will crush you. You must move from being the subject of the tragedy to being a participant in the comedy. A single burst of conscious laughter detonates the accumulated pressure of a life collapse, serving as the punchline that settles the tension's energetic debt. Laughter serves as a solvent. It dissolves the programming that suggests our identities and our suffering are permanent fixtures of reality. This requires standing in the rubble of a personal failure and laughing in lucid recognition of the irony. You see the ruin clearly, but you refuse to grant it the dignity of your sorrow. The act of laughing severs the connection between the ego and the trauma. The two frequencies no longer resonate, allowing the event to drift away while the awareness remains still. This metabolizes the experience. You are no longer the victim trapped in a story. You are the audience witnessing a performance. Mocking your own suffering before the world can do it allows you to harvest the energy previously bound up in shame. You reclaim the power that the event tried to steal. This transmutation results in the iron smile. It is a serene, knowing expression persisting even when the external world is in a state of decay. This strength comes from a refusal to grant the collapse the seriousness it needs to cause damage. Without your agreement that a loss is a tragedy, the misfortune cannot leave a scar. You become a being who embodies both poles of existence, the one who falls and the one who watches the fall with amusement. This creates a state where no misfortune can reach the core of your awareness. Sovereignty belongs to the person who recognizes that the universe provides the setup, but only the individual can deliver the punchline.